Thanks for that, Ben. Well, as you probably know, we're coming up on the 250th anniversary of American independence, and here in Minnesota, a new program is designed to help you take a trip through state history. It's called the MN 250 Road Trips. To tell us more, we have Minnesota Historical Society Program Specialist Jacob Roram. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
Yes, I was talking to you just now saying I grew up doing road trips, and really nothing that says summer like a road trip. So give us a big picture of what MN 250 Road Trips is.
Yeah, so for the 250th, we thought, how can we get people out to commemorate this anniversary? And especially for a state that wasn't around during 1776 in the current form it is now, we thought, well, what's the best way? And we thought, you know, American history has unfolded here, and Minnesota has played a big part in American history. So let's get people out on the road in an all-American way to explore that history right here in Minnesota.
I love this new program, and we do have so much history here, and I like how you guys do something almost every year to get folks out on the roads. You have 10 different itineraries for this. Is there a stop or a road trip that may surprise some people?
Well, the thing we did is we took 10 itineraries, so there's 10 itineraries, each has 10 stops through all parts of the state, and they're each themed. So you can sort of choose one that may tickle your fancy more. So we have one that's prairies and plows, that kind of goes out to gardens, prairies, and farm landscapes. We have one that's about iron and industry up on the Iron Range. We have one that's all about historic views, so places with great viewpoints and also places that have great viewpoints. So one of my favorite things about this is as you go along and complete stops, there are surprise side quests that pop up. And that takes you a little bit off the beaten path near one of the official stops, and you can go explore extra. So I'm not going to spoil them with my favorite, but I want people to get out there and see what pops up when they're exploring.
We love a side quest. Kind of reminds me of The Amazing Race. You know,
Yes,
what are you going to
exactly.
do? All right, so what do you hope people discover about Minnesota by taking these trips? Of course, you said the history, but what else?
Well, yeah, I think just exploring our shared history here in Minnesota, but also seeing the ways that Minnesota has really significantly contributed to our nation's history, whether that's significant people or things like our iron ore industry, which really powered the steel industry here in Minnesota, or the timber industry that built so much of the landscapes here. So I think it's just recognizing that we have a big part and continue to have a big part to play in our nation's history, and also find something that just is new. You know, there's so much here, and the more you get out and learn it, the more you're surprised. So
absolutely, always something new to learn. And before I let you go, not everyone wants to spend hours in a car. How easy is it for people to participate with this?
yeah, so if you're not able to get out on the road, we do have a couple. We have one that's just Twin Cities based, that's all doable by transit or on a bike. That's called Metro Migrations. We also have one that's completely doable from home.
Oh, nice.
So if you're at home, it connects to a lot of the different online resources we have, like our podcast, Minnesota Unraveled, or the Minnesota Digital Newspaper Hub, and has some trivia questions around those. So you can get out, learn about history, get engaged, but from the comfort of your couch.
You can even learn at home. You thought of everybody. All right, Jacob, thank you so much for previewing this program. We'll have all the details plus a link to where you can learn even more at KARE11.com/noon.